How does one talk about one of the most challenging aspects of the year? How does one do that? I don't know about all of you guys, but I'm tired. I am so tired of observing all of the astrology that we have been looking at for quite some time actually start to play out in real time. I'm tired. I don't know about you guys, but you know what? It doesn't stop just because we get tired, so let's talk about it. We have this eclipse coming up on the 21st, 29 degrees of Virgo. As if that's not difficult or challenging enough, being that it is in an anaretic degree, co-present with a 29 degree Mars in Libra. Mars in Libra is not a happy Mars. It's an uncomfortable Mars. Mars rules Aries. Libra is the opposite of Aries. Therefore, Mars is in detriment when it is in Aries. It doesn't operate comfortably there. At the 29th degree, though, it feels like it's got one last shot to kind of perfect that energy. And so often what you'll see is that planets at 29 degrees express in a slightly volatile way, especially Mars. It's a malefic planet, right? Mars is the god of war. In Libra, it's about conflict with partners, possibly, potentially. Not just romantic partners either, but business partners, your allies. Allies. It moves into Scorpio the next day, the day after the eclipse. It's giving the energy of when the bad guys blow something up and they're walking away from it and they don't even look back. Burning bridges and saying, I don't give a fuck. Where Mars in its home sign of Aries is quick to anger, quick to burn, and quick to burn out, quick to get over things because they've responded. It's cardinal energy. It's very quick. Mars in Scorpio, its other home sign, the other sign that it rules, it's a fixed sign. It's a slow burn. It's about vengeance. It's about anger. It's about making people pay. And it was just in Libra, so it does understand the concept of justice. But now they're ready to serve justice. It is going to square on the 22nd of September Pluto. Pluto in Aquarius. We have not seen this in over 250 years. We've seen a Mars-Pluto square, but we've not seen it in this combination. Both of these are fixed signs. There's going to be a stubbornness to this. There's going to be an inability to see both sides. But Pluto's going to expose something. Pluto is also, it's often associated with Scorpio. It's the modern ruler of Scorpio. So for these two planets to be in square, which is a challenging aspect, which is usually intended to bring about some sort of lesson, some sort of uncomfortable truth, especially with Pluto involved. We are looking at vengeance and justice being served, but not necessarily by those that are put into positions of power to serve it. A lot of astrologers have already discussed this aspect, and many have done a very good job. What concerns me, though, and what I don't see a lot of astrologers talking about, is that Mars is going to also be in conjunct Uranus in Gemini. This is going to put Mars, the planet in the mix that's working towards aggression, towards acting impulsively towards justice and vengeance. It's going to give it a very quick revolutionary, unexpected edge. It's going to make it feel very unstable. It is an inconjunct, meaning that there is a psychological instability to those two planets' conversation. It's almost like Uranus is going to be like whispering in Mars's ear, fuck it up. It's time. Let's fucking go. And Mars is like, fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah. And in his conversation to Pluto and Aquarius, which is all about power to the people. Now, Pluto is often about, that death and rebirth themes. But in Aquarius, it's also very concerned about what's best for the greater collective. Cooler heads can prevail with Pluto in Aquarius. Yes, it's about revolution, but these revolutions often have to happen in order to serve the greater collective. But Aquarius is also very analytical and calculated. So it tends to want to do things intelligently. And Scorpio is also very intelligent as well. This combination can be very dangerous, especially in when you see people with close conjunctions of Aquarius and Scorpio in their charts. These people are can be very dangerous. They're insanely intelligent. They cannot be steered away from their ideals, their ethics, their values. There's going to be some sort of element to their values that are outside of the norm. It's time to break shit up. I cannot be convinced otherwise. I'm going to do this whether you like it or not. And there's not much you can do or anybody can do to stop it. With Uranus in the mix, from Gemini in the mix, Gemini being like, here's a bunch of information. Here's a bunch of data. Fuck it up. Burn it to the ground. Let's fucking go. This is going to be a day. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the 22nd. This aspect does have a couple days, the day before when it actually goes into Scorpio, and then a couple days after as it's traveling to perfect its aspect, its square to Pluto, and then a couple days after as it's separating. I don't expect these days to be days of love and light, rainbows and unicorns. I expect this to be a day that will live in infamy, a day for the history books, a day that might shock, a day that if we don't see it, it will be behind closed doors, and it will be so impactful that when we learn about it later, it will all start to make sense. Mars square Pluto with an inconjunct from Uranus. The eclipse will be challenging, but that aspect, especially if you're someone that has any planets, especially personal planets in the early degrees of the fixed signs, being Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo, you will feel this pretty strongly. So, hunker down this weekend. Try not to go anywhere if you don't have to. Do not engage in conflict with anybody. There is no need to argue with anybody on the internet or within your home or in the store or on the road. Do not engage. Live in love and peace as well as you can, or just do not leave your house. That's what I got for you for this one.